Welcome back to another episode of Major Talk Weekends.
Yes, what's up?
What's happening?
How y'all doing today?
I'm good.
You sure? Because we
No,
just got a little bit silent, like,
I thought you was asking somebody out there.
how I'm gonna ask somebody out there and I'm sitting with us though? Like, it's just
I'm
us three. Like,
is she waiting on a response?
yeah, I'm waiting on the response.
Okay, yeah, I'm good, boo.
We all good in the woods.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yes.
So, the topic for today is police now and then. We talking about
Woo, that's kind of touchy feely, honey.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think that it's more exposed now of what's going on and
Yeah.
around the world.
You think so?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
do.
Mhm.
Just because it's just, you can see it now
The
everywhere.
technology. It gets out a lot faster. You know, it's not a word of mouth. People in the city just know. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like it's out there. It's out there. So we starting to see it a lot more. It hasn't just started happening. We know this. So it's just that it's been recorded. You know, cameras, home. You know, video surveillance. You know,
Yeah.
people have everywhere surveillance.
Yeah.
So,
Almost everywhere.
Yeah, and if not at somebody's house, it's on somebody's phone. People is just
Picking up
technology
stuff.
is just that. Is it? So
Yeah.
Right.
It's,
you know,
it's definitely, I
It's
feel
just
like,
getting out.
yeah, it is getting out more, and it's very sad that when it comes to police and when they doing these things and knowing that it's cameras, and people is recording them, and it's just crazy off top.
Not only that,
And it's something that people
have
don't like talking about, especially when you know if it ain't affecting you personally. So it is something that I noticed even in our own community, like people being shot down, and situation that happened at Walmart a little while ago, and there was another guy that got killed in his car.
just sleeping, wasn't he? Wasn't
Yeah,
asleep?
yeah, he
just
was.
sleeping.
He was in his car, minding his own business, and
He didn't want to drive home drunk, and so he
And,
pulled over and just slept the night. Which you probably should do instead of driving drunk. You know, and he tried to do that and cost him his life.
right.
You know,
And
so,
that's another. It's just sad.
I don't understand what what body cameras is for if they don't use that as evidence, because
And not one has
officers
been
them-
charged.
officers themselves has body cameras
mhm.
to protect them from any wrongdoing. But what do you do when the police is and you can see clearly that they're doing wrong?
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, they have body cameras, but in some situations they hold it and all that. Like, I don't think they should be. I think they should just release that. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be private. Oh, we're not going to show the body cam or whatever. They have options or whatever. We're viewing it right now. They gonna see if they can show it first. Like, why not just put it out there if everything's all good and gravy? You know?
But they have it on their body, and they also have it on their cruisers as well.
Right.
But they just don't always want to share it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't, it's sometimes withheld. And it could be sometimes that it's just too, like, traumatizing or whatever. It was major. So, kind of,
Yeah.
I can understand holding it then. But, I don't know. The police now and then, it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed much. It's just
more
that it's out
public.
there.
It's more public
It's
now.
just that it's out there.
And then also, it's like it's just, you could tell the difference, like when it's a Caucasian or a black guy. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You can't being black. You can't even walk down the street without being harassed. If you walk in from work or anywhere, they can just pull you over and say, hey, question you. You got to get patted down. What you doing over in this area. It's just certain things that happens, and I heard it from multiple black guys. Like, dang, like it's just you can't win with that.
I know this is kind of going back, but something like bothered me when I was watching Trayvon Martin's case, and it was like the judge kind of gave a smirk to me. I mean, I don't know if anybody else seen it, but it was like
I haven't. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen it. I stayed.
Wasn't being
it disgusted me so much. I
murder.
stayed, away from that case. And when I see a lot of them, like
because it shouldn't have been no.
When I see a lot of them, it's like I stay away from it because of how my emotions are. Okay, yeah, I have emotions, but what can I do with these? What can I do with these emotions? I can't take it out on a judge that made this decision, or take it out on a police officer that made his decision to cause harm to this man. So,
right, and on that case, it wasn't even the police officer. This is supposed to be a little neighbor guy that felt like this person was a danger to the community, and he went following this child. Like it just disgusts me. Like you had no right to be even following him. Like even the people on the 911 caller, the 911 station that was telling him, do not follow him.
Yeah.
Like, and then next thing you know, they tussling, and then you shooting this young kid. Like, of course he got scared. He's a kid. He wondered why the heck are you following him?
But yeah, I was.
What I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
To it. I was very upset.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it, but I never watched it either. Because I just watched news clippings and stuff that is going on around the country though. You know what I'm saying? People just in their car, and if you reaching for something, you liable to get shot. You cannot. Like, it's sad that you can't even go to the glove compartment to get your because you're black, that you are automatically a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy to me how things are. But
you have to understand, our skin color is looked at as power.
Yeah, but that's
as power, as a weapon.
So they put these police officers out here to try to, so-called supposed to protect the community. Yeah. When really it's just you are a threat to them as a black person.
Yeah,
that's not.
I mean,
right.
We could put it like that, but what do we do? Look at it when it's our own kind that's in the police force,
right?
That shoot somebody of color. How do they get treated versus their colleagues who are the opposite race of them and shoot somebody of color?
Yeah.
You have to look at it like it's total. All of that plays a part.
Always that it's anything about race. Sometimes I personally think that it be rookies that's starting to. It's not always that. I mean, it's like they kind of they overdoing it right now. Like
80% of the time it's because
they heard.
It's because of race.
Because
let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I feel that way. Because it can be a man that has 40 grams of cocaine. He gets sentenced to 10 years plus in a federal prison versus a Caucasian man who has raped many of girls and gets probation. You can't tell me that one is greater than the other when clearly we see the Caucasian man who's raped all these girls is greater than any drug that's being sold.
Right. Yeah.
So I see it in the justice system all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the time. You can clearly see it.
Yeah.
Look up how many Caucasian men is in jail for rape. Right. Versus how many African American men who is in jail for drugs.
Right.
and see if their sentences are equal.
Yeah, nah, the
Yeah.
justice.
You won't find it equal. The African American man has more time than the Caucasian man who done raped 13 girls.
Right. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I did. It was a previous case that recently happened. Still probably going through courts or whatever, but it was a guy and he was harming his father or something, and then next thing you know, he basically the police pulled up and they trying to get, but he got in their car. Is my point. He got in their car and rode off. Not only that, he tried to hit them, run them over. They have guns, remember? That he tried to run them over and then made it away from the scene. They went into a police chase and then ran into a car and killed 2 young girls. Like, come on now. If there
And
was
not once did they shoot.
Not once. Not once.
They
But
didn't
if that
shoot
was
once.
a black person, as soon as he ran towards the car, they would have shot him.
Absolutely.
That's just my personal feelings on it. If it was the other way around, he would have been dealt with before he even got to the door. If it was a black guy. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, he made it all away from that scene.
And caused another
and
scene.
call another scene. Instead of taking this man out, like should have been done, they should have did.
2 little girls.
And them little girls would have been here today. You know what I'm saying? Because he was Caucasian, their thing is not the same. It's like different treatment. You know, so if it's a white Caucasian man, you don't do this. You know, it's like a book that they have. You don't do this. But if it's black, you take these steps. You got to take this step. You got to do this. You got to do this. Straight, straight pull your gun out.
Because
you know
if
what
you
I'm saying?
don't, then he's going to take us all down. You
Yeah.
know, like,
They all
But in
guns.
this case, it seemed like it just was,
Yeah. You pull your wallet out and they shoot.
Yeah.
You know,
because of your skin color.
Like,
Like,
get my
ask
ID.
for your license and registration, and then you go to
There's
dig in
no
your pocket
way
and you
that this
dead
man
because-
shoulda
It's
got
a glove compartment, but
so far to where he got to kill these 2 little young girls
Yep.
that was in the car with their
Yep.
parents. Like, there's no that right there
That's amazing.
shows you that it's just so much difference in, we getting shot for opening a glove box. You know what I'm saying? Pulling our ID out. But this man actually tried to run y'all over and not once y'all didn't shoot him.
Right.
Not one time. Like, come on now. Y'all jumping out
They
the way
didn't shoot
and
the tire, did they?
nothing. Didn't shoot
They
the
done put
tire.
Stop sticks down.
Nothing. He made it all the way to another scene and killed 2 girls.
Yeah. That's
Like,
crazy.
that is crazy to me. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And like I said, the case is still going on. At the end of the day, I don't feel if it was a black guy, he wouldn't have survived. He wouldn't have had a chance in court. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been that. And that's just how I feel, period. So it's a lot of things that, needs to change with police and how they treating people. Because like I said, that's clearly a big difference. There is.
It is.
So it's
It
just
is.
sad, like I said, and he shouldn't have made it that far to be able to hit them girls' cars and kill
It
them
seems
girls.
like it's just getting worse, but I don't know. I think it's just being hidden. It seemed like it's getting worse, but it's been hidden and covered up. But it's so many.
But I don't even know if
cameras
it
and
made
things.
nationwide news either. So maybe I should look it up and try to figure that part out. Like,
Yeah.
why didn't that make nationwide news?
I
You
doubt
know.
if it did. I doubt if it did.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, and like I said, it's from.
And I know this is way off topic, but I just have to say this. I know that the, police brutality is at an all-time high, but at the same time, we have to look at black-on-black crime too when it comes to the African-American males killing, each other.
Yeah.
Because we can't, the justice system is messed up.
Yeah.
Beyond our control.
Yeah.
But I
But
feel like they doing
things that we
exactly what
things that we can change and things that we can control is our black men. You know, that all falls into the same bracket.
Yeah. But I feel like it's basically what they want us to do. They really don't have to kill
But
no
the-
black people
and-
because
and
black
that's
people is
where-
killing
and
themselves.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just, you know, it's basically
They gonna fall back completely.
it's double standard
Yeah.
because
But that's how the system made it. You know what I'm saying? But it's only gonna take black communities to come to that.
And
to
that's
come
what
to
I- and
realize
that's
that
what I
these
mean
is what
when I
this
say-
is all a setup.
that's what I mean when I
They
say
put back in the day they put the drugs in our community to damage us. You know what I'm saying? So it goes far back, and that was their little thing. That's how the government did it. But it backfired a little bit because then Caucasian people start picking it up and using it. So then they try to come up with something else. It's all a little right now. This is what our system is about. This is what they're gonna kill themselves regardless. And of course the police helping them out because they got a badge. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have to do much to the community now. I feel like we all need to stand up, stop killing each other, because we're going to need that strength eventually. That's how I look at it with this man being in office. Like, I feel like we're going to need every strength we have. Instead of using that anger on our own kind, we're going to need that probably. You never know what's planned for the future. I'm just
Probably.
saying.
True.
we gonna need it. We need it now. Is what it all
But
boils
soon
down
as
to.
we start trying to stick together, trust and believe, you have to have a plan for everything. Soon as everybody start trying to stick together and do the right things,
They're going to get scared.
yeah, and they're
gonna
gonna
get
start.
scared.
It's gonna be more killings.
It's not.
on
It's
the
not gonna.
police
It's
end.
not gonna be more killings. They're going to get scared because I kind of lost track of my thought of what I was gonna say. But they're going to get scared. They're going to try to do everything
Yeah,
they can to avoid that from happening.
exactly.
So us saying that come together, no. Us just wasting our breath saying it is not making us come together. We got to take some initiative to push them that way. And it starts with our little boys.
Right.
It starts with our little boys. So what I'm saying, okay, our generation is somewhat messed up. The generation after that is somewhat messed up. But look at our kids' generation.
Right. The future.
Our kids' generation is the future. Now is the time to change. We didn't get the last generation to change.
But it's not gonna start at this table. It's gonna have to start out there in the community.
Right, but us
we
three.
have to put something together. It have to be just more. If everybody say, "I'm tired of this killings. I'm tired of this," everybody have to come together. At the end of the day, that's how. Just by solving that one little problem, stop shooting each other, stop killing each other. It's other ways to solve your problem. Let's not kill each other.
But it starts at home.
Yeah, but
It all-
now that we already in this situation, we have to somehow come from that. Okay, let's just stop that part. Let's stop killing each other. You know what I'm saying? When is it gonna stop?
How is
because this nigga took my block, and now I gotta go shoot him up. Because this nigga say this or that about me. It's always about beefing type stuff. It's never about no real life. Now, Martin Luther King lost his life, but he had a meaning. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not having a meaning at all in life.
It's just
Make a
selfish.
change.
Yeah.
That's all it take. It's black people. We have to pull together ourselves. They're not going to help us do nothing. At the end of the day, that's just how I feel. I have a son. I'll be scared all the time. Like, I just don't want to hear no news about, but keeping your boys out the street, making sure they get a job, staying on them.
Not necessarily staying on them, because like you said, kids make their own decisions. They're going to make their own path, regardless of how much we, push them to do the right thing. Peer pressure, they're away from us more than they're at school. They dealing with other kids, other characteristics, other personalities. Other kids is not being raised like them.
Right.
So the peer pressure is the worst. We have to teach them how to, fight past that or look past that when it comes to them growing up, because otherwise the generation is going to keep repeating itself, and it's going to be a repeating cycle, and the things that we see happening today is going to continue to happen in our kids' generation.
Yeah. Well, it takes somebody to stand up and say something at the end of the day and try to pull communities together. It ain't always about, going to church or whatever. It's about trying to just survive,
Even though I believe in prayer, and all that, I stay prayed up, honey.
Yeah.
Trust and believe me.
Regardless, it starts within you.
And my God, and my kids know the truth. About everything, whether I'm right or wrong. I have my opinion on what I think is and what I think ain't. Right. And I tell my kids all the time, do your own research, because you too will have a different opinion than I will, and you're going to look at things in the aspect that you need to. So when it's all said and done, you gonna have your opinion and I'm gonna have my opinion, and we gonna put them together and make things right within this household, because the only thing that I can do is love and protect y'all.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's how it is.
Well, that's a wrap on our topics. We're gonna get into the question of the day, which is, what would you do if you had your hand out and someone dropped your change on the counter or the floor? What would you do?
Well,
instead of placing it in your hand.
I have multiple situations that happen to me too. I mean,
y'all don't want to know, honey. I'm gonna let somebody else take this from the top, and then I'm gonna pick up at the bottom. Cause, honey,
I had it. Yeah, I had it happen. I never treated nobody like that, but I did have, people just drop it in my hand, and I'm like, they act like you have some type of disease or something.
Yeah,
but real. It's kind of, funny to me, because I don't want to touch you either. No. In that case.
See, I don't think that's funny at all.
No, that ain't funny.
It ain't funny.
That ain't funny.
It ain't funny, but I'm just saying, I don't want to touch you. If you feel that way, I don't want to touch you either.
Like, no, but your changes are now, okay, so who's going to pick up this change now,
Yeah, and it calls... Oh, man, leave the store. Yeah. We calling the police.
Yeah, now you calling the police on me.
And you know what? I don't care, because I'm going to say how I feel first. First of all, can you pick up my change? And I ain't even going to say please. I was about to say please, but I ain't that courteous when somebody be that rude to me.
Right.
Can you pick that up, please? Because that ain't how I handled it to you. And I done said that a few times to a few cashiers, to a few restaurant
members. But do you
members,
come back to that store? Like,
no.
And
don't spend no more money there.
Me, personally, I still go back to show my face, only because at this point I know you don't like me, because I said something to you last time, but only this time you're going to get it correct. You're not gonna drop my change on the counter, and you definitely not gonna drop it on the floor, because guess what?
Then they start talking in their language.
That's gonna cause bigger issues. I don't care what language you talking in. The language I talk in, you gonna understand better, honey. Trust me.
They start talking in that little Chinese.
Trust me.
Some other language.
It could be American, and we can have words all day. But trust and believe me, you gonna pick up my change, and you gonna do it correctly, because I done had to work at restaurants where I have to do customer service, and there's no way, regardless of what I thought about that person, have I ever dropped their change on the counter or even dropped it on the floor. Right. That's just so rude. So you're not going to do it to me.
That's how I was going to say.
You're not going to do it to me.
I wouldn't come back to that store if it's the owner that does it. If it's just a worker, somebody, if it's the owner that does it, I'm never returning. You're never going to get my money again. Right. But if it's just somebody that worked there and they feeling that kind of way, I will return.
Yeah, I will return, because guess what? Maybe next time I get to slap your ass. And I'm just being serious, because I don't play that. Like, next time, if you drop, I gave you a chance the first time. The next time, I'm not going to give you a chance. And I swear, y'all can ask my family. They don't like going to the stores with me, because I am like that. I will say something, and I don't hesitate. Like
Right.
me and the whole store.
Okay, we post
We'll be
the same
fighting.
question out for you all to answer, and we had a comment. They said I'll keep my hands out until they pick up my money, or I'm not moving at all. And so I'm like, that's cool. I was
Yeah.
thinking that's cool, but
Yeah, that is cool.
you gonna
because
you
I'm the
gonna
same
back up
way.
the line and
I don't care. Pick up my change
And put it in my hand.
and put it politely in my hand like I put it
But-
politely in yours. I don't care if you gotta put on 6 pairs of gloves, but today,
Yeah.
Tawana, you gonna put Tawana's change in her hand, honey.
I found
But what
myself
if they
doing
just
that
walk away?
too.
What if you the only customer? They like,
I
you
found
gotta go
myself.
somewhere. You gotta go to
put-
work.
I guarantee you, I'm gonna have their job and mine too. Trust me.
Yeah, I found myself though doing it a couple times when I go into stores and I be, trying to get. I put the money down, then I go in my pocket or something and grab some more change and count it out. So I have just threw change and stuff down.
But
for
you don't
people to
throw
get.
it down.
I don't
though.
throw it down. I just sit it down there.
And they know at that point that you're still counting out change. So if they decide to pick it up, that's on them.
But if
That's
they
not
hand
saying.
out-
But
that's,
but
that's
usually
not
I
saying.
go pick it up like let me pick this up. Here you go. After I
Right,
get
if
the
they
change.
got their hand out, you'll do that. If their hand is out, instead of putting it into their hand.
I don't be paying attention most of the time to their hand. I just be like, okay, here we go.
Oh.
And then I go, so I don't be paying
Okay,
attention.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But then when I look up, I'm like, oh, here you go. And then I drop the rest of the change. I never intentionally do it, But
I'm
they
talking about the
they
people
work
that
there.
intentionally do
Exactly.
it.
That's what we're
That's
talking
their
about,
job to hold their hand out and get our
Yeah,
change
yeah.
and put it back in our hand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I seen this video though. I was like, I would totally do that. It was dope to me because dude went in there. The man dropped his change. $1 flew off the counter and everything. And he was like, "How much is this juice?" He was like, $1. Bet. Walked out the store like, "You pick it up.
Yeah.
You get that. How about that?" You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm digging that. I'm gonna do that next time. If they drop my money on the floor, I'm like, now I need something that's gonna be worth that. Period.
Nah, you
So
don't
you
need
can
something.
pick it up. You
You don't need something that's gonna be worth that. Just pick up something. How much is it? Just ask them how much
There
it
go
is.
your
till
dollar.
Like,
Till you
like you
get-
did on that video. I was like, yeah,
Till
I'm
you
digging
get to
There
what
go
you
your
You
dollar.
don't ask nothing because he didn't ask. Did you want your dollar dropped on the floor?
that. Right. Yeah.
He just dropped it on the floor. Like you, no, I don't get down like that.
Yep.
I be, trust and believe me, I be somewhere else. And I be ready to be like, okay. So, and are you going to come over this counter or am I going to come over there? Because I don't like that. That's rude.
It is.
Yeah.
And
Very
disrespectful.
rude. Mhm.
It's rude and disrespectful. And if you're going to work in customer service, then you need to do things the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
don't like
That's
your
all.
job, quit.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I didn't help piss in your
Period.
Cheerios yesterday or the day before or even last week. So if you're having a bad day today, don't take it out on me because trust and believe me, I'm going to make it
Right.
seem like I had a bad day and we going to have problems. We're going to have problems.
All right, we're going to do the positive quote for today.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, the positive quote is you must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right.
You must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right. That's the positive quote for today, y'all.
Yes, it is.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell. Y'all know what to
Thank
do.
y'all for watching.
Hey.